I'm John, and tonight I want answers about 3D printers and fireworks.
I'm John Thompson.
I'm John A. Vink.
I'm Keith Stattenfield.
I'm Loretta Beavers.
I'm A.J. Minnick.
I'm Jennifer Sim.
I'm Jim Tu.
I'm Bobby Chastain. These stories tonight on John Wants Answers.
John wants answers. John wants answers. Give John answers. Give John answers. John wants answers. John wants answers. Give John answers now.
It is July 9th, 2020. On the show tonight, we have the legendary Keith Stattenfield. Say hi, Keith.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to quarantine.
Big news. We didn't realize it last month, but that was our season 11 premiere.
Wow.
Now, this is season 11, episode 2.
What does seasons even mean?
I remember when I did season 1, and I wrote it as season 01.
Yeah.
They told me, that's awfully optimistic, John.
Optimistic, John.
They didn't think I'd get to season 10. But no, here I am at season 11.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
But I agree, I probably won't make it to season 100.
It seems unlikely. I mean, at one episode a month,
Yes.
that would be like 70 years of shows.
Yeah.
I'm planning to retire.
I think the last 30 years of shows will start to suck.
At least. Yeah.
All right, we have some old business to discuss.
Okay.
So last month, we did an episode on Black Lives Matter.
We did.
And I'm happy to tell you that we have had 2 people tell me it was pretty good.
Wow.
No people have sent me any hate mail. That was terrible.
2 more people than I expected.
Exactly.
But
And
that's
usually,
true for every show. Like I continue to be amazed there are viewers.
there are, according to YouTube, we do have viewers.
Given the vast panoply of good online video entertainment, who stops at John Wants Answers and keeps watching?
We have some great reviews on our website. People have said this is the best show ever.
Well, I know who that person is, and that person was lying to you.
Well, they have no gain in lying to me.
I agree, they have no gain, and nonetheless, they did it.
Okay. So 2 people said good things, and usually on the internet, it's full of people who love to say bad things.
Yeah.
And so the fact that no one said a bad thing, I think is a good thing.
Okay.
Although people said,
possible that no one other than those 2 people watched the show.
"Oh, no, I have evidence of more views. There's more views than comments."
Okay, but they did not. Well, no, we can't know if those are people viewing the show.
You think? No, people talk to me personally. It wasn't like I
Okay.
saw a comment on a YouTube.
More than 2 people said I saw the show, and only 2 people said the show was good.
Yes. So I have polite viewers.
What do you think those other people thought of the show? And do you think maybe they didn't feel okay saying it was good and didn't want to tell you it was terrible to your face?
That's a mystery.
We'll never get an answer. We'll never get an answer to this.
It's a great topic for the new Unsolved Mysteries reboot.
Yeah, Netflix keeps pushing that on me. I'm not going to watch it.
No? Did you see the original series?
Occasionally, with Robert Stack and
Robert Stack, man, that guy couldn't be beat.
Yeah.
Without him, yeah.
I just think, why don't you wait till you solve the mystery and then do a show about it?
Then it would be called Solved Mysteries.
That's what I'm saying. Just don't leave me hanging. I want closure.
There's plenty of true crime.
I don't want to watch something for 44 minutes and then get to the end and go, does the Loch Ness Monster exist or not? No one knows. And I'm like, I have wasted 44 minutes of my life. Thank you.
I was watching the show we did from 1 year ago.
Okay.
And on this episode, I gifted you a 3 and a 5.
Mm-hmm.
Turns out it was a birthday for you episode.
It was. Yeah. Once a year I have one.
You weren't turning 35, though.
No, those were the only 2 numbers you had in your house.
You were turning the other direction, 53.
Yeah.
So how old are you now?
54.
54. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
So you're not quite old enough that you could like excite young kids. Like, gather around. I have a story for you from the olden days.
Well, it depends on the kids, but generally no.
Because a lot of people are your age, so it's not like a special thing. But if you can hold out like 40, 45 more years, you can start telling stories.
Back in my day, we only had 2 digits in our operating system version numbers. I guess there was like Windows 2000. They really jumped ahead.
Back in my day, we're on season 11 of that show.
Yeah. Whatever happened to him after he went to prison? I guess we'll never know.
I'll do a new show, John Wants Out of Prison.
Hey, good idea.
So I got this alert on my phone.
Okay.
And here it is. You can see on the screen now.
Yeah.
And it was there all day long. Don't go away. Siri has been wanting me to call you all day long because it's your birthday.
I know.
And here's the thing. Siri is a robot. It's a robot that was programmed by engineers. So it should know the last thing that we want to do is talk on the phone.
I'm with you. I'll go further. I was sitting right here in my office, and my wife, Loretta, turned around to me and said, "My phone thinks I should call you and wish you a happy birthday."
Same thing.
Like,
Did she
couldn't
call
it
you?
have like geolocated and noticed that our 2 addresses, since we're find each other's phones, were within 8 feet of each other, and instead say, "Turn around and wish Keith a happy birthday"? Like that would be great. I'll file an enhancement request.
I think the most appropriate thing I can do for your birthday is to wish you a generic, non-personal birth anniversary greeting on some kind of social media network.
Really,
I think that's the appropriate thing for you and I to do.
I would expect nothing else from you.
Because imagine this. Okay, let's reenact how awkward a phone call between you and me would be.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to dial you on the phone here.
Okay.
You got a lot of numbers in your, okay. Now I'm going to look away because I don't usually see you on the phone.
Now,
Okay. Bring, 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 bring. Bring, bring. Bring,
Okay.
bring. Are you going to
I'll
answer?
probably notice my phone ring because I have bad reception here.
Uh-huh.
I'll look at the thing, and maybe it'll say John Vink, and maybe it'll be a phone number.
Bring, bring. Uh-huh.
Phone number, I'm just going to let it go to voicemail.
Okay, but let's say it says my name on it. What
This
would
should
you
be
do?
my slide to answer,
Uh-huh.
and I have to wait, and then I tap the speaker button because I refuse to hold a phone up to my head because of the COVID and the 5G.
In the cancer, right?
And then you'll hear the phone stop ringing, but you won't hear me say hello
Why not?
because it hasn't gone through yet.
Hello? Hello?
Oh, hello. Hey, John.
Hi, Keith. I'm calling because it's your birthday.
Oh, good, because I don't have bail money, which was the other reason you usually call.
Yes. Happy birthday.
Thanks, John.
Are you having a good day?
It's been fine. How are the cats, John?
There's one over there napping.
Yeah, that's typical.
Yeah. Another one is missing. Well, like usual. The other cat's scared of me.
Anyway, it's been great, John.
Okay, I'll talk to you next year.
Yeah, bye, John.
Bye. Now, see, if someone was, watching us do that call, they would think we don't like or know each other at all.
Yeah, that's
And like we're like besties. We're like best friends. So
I would give you a kidney if I had been born with 3 kidneys.
what if I didn't need a kidney? You'd still give me one?
No, I would save that 3rd kidney for someone else. I'm not a monster.
Okay. So I heard that for your birthday, you got a 3D printer.
I did. Yeah, I bought myself a 3D printer for my birthday.
Now, you've been talking about 3D printers for at least 10 years.
Maybe, yeah.
I think if you look back at your episodes of your show,
Very
Rambling
possible.
on
Yeah,
about them.
it's not a new. They're not new technology.
Right. So what made you finally buy one right now?
Well, mostly it was on a big sale, and it seemed to have a big enough print area that I could print interesting things. And it's COVID, and I have to do something to keep myself from screaming occasionally. And
So what is a 3D printer for those in our audience who don't know?
oh, it's a device which can squirt plastic in very tiny, thin little lines under computer control.
Mhm.
So eventually, you end up with things which are made out of plastic that has been squirted and melted together into objects.
So this liquid oozes out, then it dries and solidifies quickly,
Very quickly.
and it turns into a thing.
Yeah.
Have you made a thing yet?
Now, I just assembled it last night.
How do you know if it's properly assembled if you haven't made a thing?
I don't know that it's properly assembled, but I'll
Oh.
probably work on it this weekend.
Okay. Do you have
It's
plans?
properly assembled.
What are you planning to make with it?
One of the things I'm going to try and make is a new handle for my chest freezer in the garage, because my chest freezer handle broke.
So are you able to like import a copy of your existing handle, or you have to design a whole new handle?
I could design a whole new handle. My existing handle already broke, so I don't even know how I would scan it to make a new one.
Like it did it disintegrate?
It like cracked in half, and then part of it fell out. So it's kind of not really a chest freezer handle anymore.
Okay.
But then I went out and looked, and someone else who has a freezer that I think is the same as my freezer has already designed a replacement handle for it.
Oh wow. What are the chances of that?
Well, maybe the handle's not the greatest, which I can believe.
Is it a very popular freezer?
I don't know how many chest freezers there are. I mean, I think it's 25 years old at this point. So
Have you considered making a 3D printer with your 3D printer?
you can't do that yet.
No? What's stopping you?
Well, like you can't 3D print electronics.
Oh, you're only printing plastic, right?
I mean, they have ones that can print in metal, which is often embedded in plastic.
Okay.
They have a different kind of printer that actually uses a resin, and then they cure the resin with a light. So they move the light around very quickly, and they cure the resin exactly where the light hits, and they pull a shape out of the resin that way. And they have other printers that have this dust, and they fuse the dust with a laser to make things out of that, fuse whatever it is. And they have a 3D printer that prints with liquid clay, so you end up with pots.
Oh. Do you have to like fire it in an urn or a kiln?
After you printed it, you would then fire it to make it permanent.
Oh.
But they have one that prints with concrete. Like they can print houses with these very large cranes that are basically 3D cement printers.
Well, that sounds great.
And they build them up, inch by inch.
Why aren't all houses made that way?
I don't know. Patents.
So I have a doodad. I have a mop, an electric steaming mop, and a gasket or something broke. It's made of plastic. If I show you the broken thingy, Bob, can you like scan it in somehow or then print out a new one?
Maybe.
How do you make the designs to make new things?
These are all great questions that I don't have all of the answers to yet.
Oh, so you just bought a 3D printer on faith that you could hopefully do things.
Again, it was also cheap.
It was on sale?
Yeah.
All right. That's the best time to buy things.
Yeah. Worst case, I've wasted $340.
That's not bad.
If I managed to print a new little doohickey for my chest freezer, since I looked up the part and could buy another one for like $40, I can just whittle that cost down.
And you're down to 310.
Yeah,
I remember you bought a laser etching machine.
yeah,
And like the first time you lasered something, it said that cost me $1,000.
yeah, like $5,000.
And then you etched something else, and that was it. Brought the cost down to $2,500 per. So, has that laser thing paid for itself yet?
No.
Oh.
Well, it's getting closer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is your house going to be completely filled with things you have 3D printed?
No.
No.
Well, partly because it's already completely filled.
Yeah.
Like, I have to get rid of stuff to have a spot to put the 3D printer.
Can you melt down the stuff you have now? Can you melt down your existing stuff and put it into the 3D printer?
My existing stuff is ABS plastic or PLA plastic.
What does that mean?
Those are the two kinds of plastic that this thing can print with.
Oh, so you're saying everything you have is already that plastic?
No, most stuff is not.
Oh, okay. Well, that's too bad.
Yeah.
Should I save you my plastic to give to you so you can print things with it? Or it has to be very special plastic?
Well, I think a lot of stuff is ABS or PLA plastic, but it also needs to come in rolls exactly the right width to feed the printer.
So you just can't melt down your garbage.
Not right now. That's more of a, like if I had a liquid aluminum printer, then you could give me all of your aluminum cans.
Oh, wow.
I could melt them, and I could print them. But I don't know if they have liquid aluminum printers.
Well,
That'd be cool. You'd like a Terminator.
yeah. For the time that movie came out, that was pretty good.
Yeah.
Have you seen, that was Terminator 2 or 3?
Terminator 2,
If I recall, Terminator 1,
3.
I saw it for the first time like in the last year or so. And it was very amusing to watch today, the special effects.
I have a little bit of stuff in Terminator 1.
I heard you wrote the code for the robot.
Tiny little bit, yeah.
Was your code in the Skynet or your code was in the Terminator?
Terminator.
In the Terminator, wow.
Like there's a couple times when you're looking at his vision,
Uh-huh.
and there's little bits of code on the screen just to be a visual effect. And it turns out the code they were throwing up on the screen was pages from a computer magazine. Because that's where you got code from if you worked in Hollywood in the 90s or 80s. And one of the corners of one of the pages was some code for an article I had written for that episode, for that issue of that magazine.
Yeah. So you must be getting a lot of residuals all the time, right?
Not as many as you'd think.
Have you written a letter to James Cameron?
No.
Oh, you should get on that, and then you can quit your job. And
Okay.
spend all your time 3D printing things.
Okay.
Yeah.
Lasers.
So I just did my taxes, and I'm telling you, we should move the tax date to July 15th all the time.
Okay.
Because this is the first time I've had my taxes done in time for years. I always get the extension.
Not mine yet either. So I've still got to get on mine.
Oh, are you going to get an extension or are you going to do it for real?
Well, I did file an extension before April.
Oh, okay.
So I already have it until October.
Oh. So this is my accountant says to me, he saw my taxes and said, John, you need to find some losses. And from what I know about your TV show, I'm certain we can find a lot of losses there.
Okay.
And it's true. Like since the COVID, there's been like no expenses. So we're breaking even. But normally when we're in a normal studio, we have studio expenses.
Yeah. There's $70 you're not going to get back.
Isn't there a way I can like turn this into a company and then deduct all the losses every year on my taxes?
Well, yes and no. I mean, you could. And then if they ever decide to audit you, they would be, yeah, none of those are valid.
Well, if I start a company, John's TV Productions,
Yeah.
and I have expense of like $70 every month, and have
Sure.
revenue of zero,
Yeah,
that's like a loss of $840 to that company.
right. But
Right.
like eventually they'll be like, were you actually trying to make money?
GmbT won't take companies.
What do they mean by try?
They have a list.
Yeah?
Well, let's go further. You're paying that $70 to a nonprofit, you know.
Right.
You can just deduct that as a charitable contribution.
Wait, I could be deducting that this whole time?
Yeah, the whole time.
Wait, I thought I can't because I'm getting something in return, which is studio time.
Sure, if they audit you. But it seems it's even easier to just deduct it as a charitable expense, which you plausibly, I mean, it's a real charity. You're giving them real money.
Uh-huh. Are the receipts I get like tax deductible receipts?
Well, you say I gave these people $70 this month, and there you go.
Oh.
I bet they would send you a letter on letterhead saying, John donated to the studio X dollars this year.
Well, I'm going to be looking into that.
Yeah.
But like, I'm sure I can make our show lose even more money if I tried.
If you want to lose money, just talk to me. I have a lot of ideas.
There's that one year I licensed all those videos of animals.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was like $1,000.
Wasn't that also paid to, I guess, to an out-of-country nonprofit? Doesn't count.
I don't know if it's a nonprofit or just it was a government agency. I paid to the government of Canada. So,
That's almost a nonprofit. I mean, do they make money?
no,
Nonprofit.
it's not a 501c.
That's going to be the tricky bit.
Yeah.
Maybe get a letter on Canadian. Maybe get a letter on Canadian letterhead.
The government of Canada says John gave us money.
John gave us $1,000. Eh? Please let him deduct it from his taxes. Eh? Thank you. Eh?
All right. Did you see the fireworks on July 4th, just last week?
I didn't. I heard fireworks.
I've been hearing fireworks for a long time.
Yeah, it's been a while. Like maybe 2 months ago, I was walking over to get groceries one night, and it was dark, and I heard a very, very loud boom, which made me assume someone was trying to murder me.
Mhm.
But it was just someone setting off a firework nearby.
I noticed this year a lot more fireworks were going off on days that were not July 4th.
Yeah.
Is that part of like a nationwide protest about something? Or is it people just stuck in their houses and bored?
I don't think it's a protest because it's never, I think it's people stuck in their houses and people buying fireworks. And to some lesser extent, since everyone knew there weren't going to be 4th of July fireworks, there was this huge amount of fireworks that were already made that the people who made them wanted to sell.
Mm-hmm.
And so they just sold them. And lots of people, instead of saving up their fireworks to let them off on July 4th at their July 4th fireworks party, just were like, we bought some fireworks last week. Let's go set them off because we're bad people and want to annoy all of our neighbors and dogs.
But is fireworks legal for citizens to buy in California?
Almost nowhere. It depends on the county and city.
Uh-huh.
But around here, almost no cities allow any fireworks.
Except for the professional displays that are put on.
Which get permits and require licenses and stuff.
Right.
There are a few cities in the Bay Area that allow what are called safe and sane fireworks. Those are like sparklers, which even themselves aren't hugely safe. And, those crazy little light them and they turn into a snake by just foaming and whatever, that kind of stuff.
I heard that as a kid.
Yeah. I think Fremont allowed some fireworks to be purchased, but the stuff that you were hearing outside at night, not legal anywhere in our part of the Bay Area.
Yeah. And it's not professional fireworks, right? If you went to see a professional fireworks show, it's different fireworks than people buy and set off in the street.
Correct.
Okay.
Those are quite a bit bigger. Like a fireworks round for a show is maybe the size of an orange.
Mm. Do you remember that time when professional firework people did a show in San Diego? And I guess they pressed the wrong button or used the wrong resistor.
That really great but short show.
Yes, it turned out all the fireworks they had planned for 20 minutes went off
Pretty
all
much
at once.
in like 8 seconds.
Yeah.
And the sky was just one huge, almost mushroom cloud.
We got a video of it here. Watch it now.
This is insane.
This is the best fireworks show ever.
I'm dying. I'm going now.
That was perfect.
Wow, look at that. Now, if you were there, you might be disappointed, like waiting for a 20-minute show and just getting
First
like
of all, if you're there, I think you're deaf.
and scared, like what's happening. But then you've got a story to tell all your life, because I have no recollection of the fireworks I saw in 2012. But if you saw that fireworks, you'll never forget.
Yeah. We had something similar happen in Santa Clara a couple of years ago. Like 2/3 of the way through the fireworks show, all the fireworks that were left in the show just went off.
Oh, wow.
And then the music just kept playing and there were no more fireworks. And we were like, this is weird.
I've seen it in Santa Clara a few times.
Nice. We liked it. We could bike over. Like I remember fireworks shows from when I was a kid. I don't remember the fireworks show. I remember sitting in traffic in our car after the show, trying to get out of the parking lot.
Oh, yes.
It often took like an hour.
I saw fireworks at Great America. No, at Shoreline Amphitheater near
Yeah.
Google. And then after the show,
You wait like 2
Yeah.
hours before you get home.
it was a long time. And then I saw, like, for the first time ever, I saw real live skunks running around outside. So that was pretty exciting for me, too.
You're from Canada. Did you
So I've
see
never-
Canada?
I always smell, you can always smell skunks, but I've never seen them before.
Oh,
And that
okay.
summer, I saw them like 3 times, skunks.
Man,
They looked like cats that went under a fence that had been wet. I had wet paint on it.
okay.
Yeah.
That's not a, yeah.
I tried watching the fireworks on TV this year because I couldn't go out.
Yeah.
It's not the same. I don't know if you noticed.
You need you got to feel the boom in your body.
Yeah. The commute was better, but I mean,
I agree.
it
Yeah,
wasn't as exciting.
we taped the fireworks. Haven't watched them.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I just streamed it live off the YouTube.
Okay.
PBS had a special. And then they just not only played, they made some fireworks, I think in DC that they showed you, but there's no crowds. And because it's kind of lame, they also played clips of fireworks past to make it a little more exciting.
Yeah, pre-COVID fireworks back when they could do fireworks.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's enough show for us this month. We're going to do another show on August 13th.
I don't think I'll be here.
Where are you going to be?
I am going to be traveling to Wisconsin.
They have internet in Wisconsin, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
We can still do a show. Is what I'm hearing. Okay.
So, like,
All right. Great show. High five.